Hey everybody, welcome to the Token Nerd Podcast, where we ramble on about geeky things ranging from Batman to pop figures to Star Wars. I'm Anthony Pettiford.
And I'm Travis Lyinks.
All right, we're back with episode 20. We got a couple topics to cover. It's going to be a short episode because it's a short news list. We're just going to kick right off with some interesting, it's not even news, it's more like something that just kind of popped up on the web.
They're pictures.
Yeah, they're pictures. So do you guys remember Sam Raimi? He did the original Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 1, 2, and the one we tried to forget.
Yeah, emo Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, the concept artist came out, and on his personal website, his name is Henderson. He released photos, like concept art pictures that he had drawn for the upcoming movie, which never happened. So if you haven't, I'm going to leave a link on the screen because they're actually kind of cool. But I don't want to pull how people talked about the death of Superman Lives, or not, Superman Lives.
Yep.
Because everyone saw the concept art and we're like, this would have been the most amazing movie ever.
Yep.
That was all concept.
Yep.
Never went forward.
Well, yeah, Superman Lives, though, got further along than this.
Yeah, further along.
I don't think they were, like, making costumes and things like that.
No, not Sam Raimi, not four. But I also would say that I feel like Superman would have been a mess. Like, it sounded like a great idea, but there's no way we could have fit everything that they wanted to with Brainiac, with sad Superman, with the Justice.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff
that
going on.
wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
But no, so there's actually a lot of interesting things in there. There aren't any casting, but it was supposed to be Spider-Man who faces off against Mysterio.
We'll assume it's Tobey Maguire.
Well, who else would it be? He's the only Spider-Man we knew at that point. But it's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and we'd have Mysterio, Vulture, and Felicia Hardy, who is Black Cat. None of them were cast. There wasn't even a theory of who'd be casted. But if you look at the images, the Mysterio guy looks like Bruce Campbell, which we all know Sam Raimi really likes from his not Dawn of the Dead. It's
Day of the Dead.
No, it's Army of Evil.
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness. See, I don't really watch Sam Raimi movies. Anyway, so yeah, and then we see Anne Hathaway, or they said that Felicia Hardy was supposed to be Anne Hathaway, but if you look at the pictures, it looks just like Angelina Jolie.
Yep.
And then it gets kind of weird because there's a kissing scene between Spider-Man and her, so you'd assume that Tobey Maguire, his awkward pale self, would have to make out with Angelina Jolie, and her diverse self.
Yeah, and that doesn't seem like a good match.
But actually,
it's not a viable match.
But no, that would make sense. It would make sense because Spider-Man is supposed to be a loser.
True.
Tobey Maguire looks like a loser.
Yeah, but like, it's almost not a believable loser matchup.
Well, it's not supposed to be. Like, Mary Jane is supposed to be a model.
True.
I don't know. I just feel like it kind of would make sense. It's like I didn't like Andrew Garfield because Andrew Garfield was cool.
Too cool for Spider-Man.
He was. He skateboarded in the hallways. His principal was, I'm going to take that skateboard from you. Don't say it to the loser kids.
Yeah.
The cool kids have the skateboards. Anyway, so I just thought that was kind of interesting. Like I said, we'll leave a link in the description below, and also on screen there was a link to Henderson's website where you can see his concept art.
Yep. Can I start off with the biggest news of the week?
Just do it.
DC, well, I don't know if they announced it.
No.
Jesse Eisenberg announced it.
The Facebook kid.
The Facebook kid.
The magician kid.
He's coming back for a reprise of his role as Lex Luthor.
I just want to point out how excited I was that in the notes I put blah, 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 who cares? Underneath Jesse Eisenberg returns to Justice League.
He's probably the best part of that movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
So here's my question for you. At the end of, and spoilers if you haven't seen Batman v Superman yet, but at the end of the movie, he sees Batman and Batman doesn't kill him or, brand him, but he makes noises at the end of the movie. What do you think he's saying? I've heard people say, where he's saying ping, 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 or is he saying ding, 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 ding?
I thought it was ding.
So someone said it was ding because he's ringing a dinner bell, but mother boxes that Apocalypse uses go ping, ping.
Oh, okay.
So I was wondering, because he says he can hear it, so he should be able to hear mother boxes go pinging. And so I just found out that yesterday. Me and Addison were arguing about if he's saying ding, ding, ding or ping, ping, ping. Only interesting about Jesse Eisenberg in that entire movie. Riddle me this. But
it's happening, though.
He's
You're
returning.
getting him back, no matter how much you wanted to complain during the movie.
I don't want him to come back, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, he's causing all this. Oh,
And guess what? Continuity. He was in the last movie, so put him in the next one.
he'll be bald this time.
Hey, why don't we put him in all the movies?
Whoa! Don't put that bad juju
Like,
out
let's
there.
put him in. Let's put him in the Aquaman movie.
Yes, at the very bottom, without a suit on, and let him drown. But nope. With that depressing news, we'll move on to TV news.
Star Wars Rebels.
Rebels. Remember we tried doing Rebel Sunday? And
Yeah,
it
we
was just
did.
one day where I fell asleep.
And it was Rebels half a day.
Rebels
It wasn't even
half
a whole Sunday.
But it got me really into the Rebels universe, which led on to the whole season 2, and
Yep.
to the point now where after watching Rebels, I would argue and say that Luke wasn't the chosen one.
Yep.
But anyway, so it's been announced that we're going to get Star Wars Rebels Season 3. I assume I have theories on the future of the series, but the news is that Dave Filoni, who is the head director of the entire animated universe, like he put it all together, he did Clone Wars as well, is going to be bringing himself and a couple other special guests to the Star Wars celebration in Europe this year. So, but that's happening
Big
at the same
news.
time as Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's in July this year.
Yeah,
over in
I'm
London.
surprised they did that. I feel like it was
Well,
a power
it's-
move, but
yeah, but it's also like, I mean, yeah, other than like stars are going to be competing to have stars on display at both places.
Star Wars.
unless people are traveling over, it's not really taken away from either.
Yeah.
Because it is in London, so it's not like when they had it in Anaheim, then they would have been really like competing.
Oh, yeah.
So at least there is an ocean and a whole bunch of land separating this.
Yeah. Well, I've heard different theories where people also think that not only are we going to see Rebel Season 3 footage.
Oh, we're gonna get.
They said we're going to see the first 2 episodes. He's going to bring it with him.
Yeah.
Spoilers, if you have not seen Twilight Apprentice, which are the last 2 episodes, we know that we will be getting Darth Maul,
Yep.
who's just now going as Maul. We will find out what happened with Ahsoka, because after the end of her fight with Vader, you see Vader walking out of the temple, but at the same time you see Ahsoka's silhouette walking down steps, and she's still on the Sith planet. Also, if you notice, I don't know if you actually saw the episode or not, there's a bird that flies as Ahsoka's walking down. In Clone Wars, they fall into this far-off planet, which you almost meet a god version of, or the god that would be in this universe. So he is the father of the Force. And there are 2 beings that are the embodiments of the Force, or the light and the dark. And when Ahsoka gets killed, the light saves her and comes over and like possesses her with power of life. And she takes a form of a bird and looks like the same bird that flies.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's going to come up again.
But it's coming something.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Do you obviously we're going to get some what's it called? Rogue One footage, but do you think that we will get any episode 3 footage?
You mean episode 9?
Episode 8.
Episode 8. You said episode 3.
I said,
You said 3.
you know,
I already saw that movie. It was pretty good.
it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, but no, episode 8.
I think so.
I think you'll get something probably similar to like Rogue One's trailer.
Well, they
or
just
last year when
finished
it
up
was
in Well, they finished up filming over in, is it Scotland?
They were somewhere over there.
Yeah, it's
They were
something
in
Scotty
England
Island.
at some point, and then they had the island. But yeah.
So I think we're gonna see some footage there. I heard that, I didn't look online, but I guess it's StarWarsNews.com.
okay, they sound legit.
They have a some leaked information about the first scene or what they were shooting on. I want to say it's Mikey Skull Island. That's not what it is.
I want to guess that it's probably a continuation of the scene that was cut off. Considering it started the same day that that episode 7 ended filming.
No, I agree. I think it's going to start. The first scene is going to be the end of that spin, the spin shot,
And then
it's going to be
hello.
months. It's going to be a couple months later,
Yeah, I
but
can
it's
see that.
Rey on the island with Luke, and I want there to be dislike. I
What's-
want him to be very strict and her to not like
Here's
him.
here's my question though. If that's the case, what has Chewie been doing for all this time?
He's in
Grieving?
mourning.
He's just grieving.
Yeah.
He's just over to the side.
Wookiees have a 7-month mourn session.
Okay.
I don't know. That was complete bullshit.
Yeah.
But
so Chewie's just chilling on the island, maybe working on the Falcon. That's probably broken down again. It is the second movie in the series this thing. It's probably broken down
in this round.
Yeah, it's probably broken down.
But no, so I'm excited to see if we have any future footage. Because I mean, think about last time. Do you feel like you're as excited for footage of episode 8 possibly as we were for 7? Because I know 7 had the whole hype of being the first, continuation of the story in 30 years.
I think I'm so focused on Rogue One right now that it'll be exciting to see footage from 8, but like knowing that there's another Star Wars movie, I'm more excited about that than I am 8 right now.
Okay. All right. Well,
and I really like the concept of Rogue One. So
yeah.
I think that's what's got me more excited at the moment.
Groovy. All right. Well, that's some short TV news, and we're going to move right along to comic news, where there's a little hate in our I don't know what you would call us.
Hail Hydra.
Well, we'll just jump the gun. Yes, as anyone would know, for those of you who have read Captain America, a.k.a. Steve Rogers. No, it's not a.k.a. It's Captain America Steve Rogers.
Yeah, because there's other Captain Americas
going
on
there's
right
Sam
now.
Wilson, who's Falcon, which I'm glad they kept.
Yeah.
But
which I think it's strategically kept after this first issue of
the
other one.
So I just want to put out there as a full disclaimer that I've not read this issue, and I've not read the past Captain America issues.
I didn't read the Steve Rogers. I didn't read the Sam Wilson ones because they're already going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I only read this Steve Rogers ones because we talked about it prior on the show when it first got mentioned that it was coming out. I decided we should have a follow-up. So I read it. That's why I read it. You should probably did the same thing.
I will. At this point, I didn't because there was so much hype that
Well, I mean,
the magic was gone. It was like
the hype. Well, I mean, like, had you read it prior to like it really blowing up on the internet, I think you might have still been a little surprised.
See,
not like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that, and then go post on the internet. But you would have been like, hey, what the heck?
Well, no, what's funny is when this news first was leaked. Addison and I were talking about anytime in comics that you've actually gasped, like been shocked by an ending. Have you ever had that before where you were reading, you're like, whoa, there was a big shock?
I feel like I have. I just don't remember it.
I only can think of one where I was like shocked and like I couldn't stop thinking about how cool it was. And it was, spoiler, Flashpoint issue 1 of the entire the Flashpoint issues. And it was when he goes back in time, or his timeline's changed, and he needs to go find Batman because Batman's the only consistent superhero he knows of. So he goes to the Batcave, everything's there, but there are bottles littered everywhere, and he gets knocked in the head, and he turns around, there's Batman, and he goes, Bruce, it's me, and then he goes, how dare you call me Bruce? I'll never say that name again. Like, gets ready to break his fingers, and he looks at his photo, and he goes, oh my God.
It's Thomas Wayne.
It's Thomas Wayne. And I was like, what? I've never even thought of this before.
Well, but get ready, because it's going to be on Flash TV.
Oh, where are they going to go? Ollie, it's me. I'm not Oliver Queen. I'm Robert Queen.
Yeah, exactly.
I survived the island.
Yeah. And
don't even get me started.
I survived the island.
I love the Flash TV show, but that season finale sucked. I mean, not sucked. So if I gave it a grade, a school ground grade, it'd be a 71%.
I knew it was going to be something they were going to change. Like, it wasn't going to stick when him and Iris were like, oh, okay, I'm going to hold on for a minute. And I was like, something's about to happen. And we're going to undo everything you've watched for the last 2 seasons.
But, so do you think that at the end of season 3...
They totally Days of Future Past it.
Yeah. But do you think we're going to see the Barry that Barry saw in season 1 when he walks to the door and he goes... That's going to be season 3, Barry?
I don't know.
Or do you think they're going to correct all of this in one episode?
You know what I think would be funnier? If they started over. It's a whole new show. It's a whole new show. Hey, guys, it's episode 1 of The Flash. And they just show you literally the same first episode.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like...
But then it changes like halfway through and you're like, this isn't how I remember it. Wait, something's different. Holy crap, it's season 3.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not excited for the fact that the Joe-Barry relationship will not be there anymore.
No more
And
Iris.
that was the golden... Oh, no Iris. but the Joe West relationship's going to be gone. Anyway, I just
but
it bothered me.
What if Wally's now the Flash?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, what if Wally's the Flash now?
It'd be
gorgeous. Then your little thing would be even worse.
So my question is, but would the timeline still affect both Earths, or is different dimensions based on different?
I think it's going to affect multiple. That's why Supergirl's coming back to the CW.
Coming to CW.
Yeah, well, it's coming there. So, I think that's
so
the whole.
Supergirl's coming.
Yeah, she is.
That's hot.
But I think that's why. It's going to affect everything because it's going to bring all that together. And
I hope it
resets
Arrow back to season 2.
Yeah, let's reset Arrow because that's getting kind of boring.
Yeah.
I've only watched a few of the episodes, but I was like, well, I'll just catch up on this later. But the ones that I did watch, I was like, this seems like it's going in a weird direction that I don't know if I agree with.
All 3 shows that are already on CW could have all hit on the same note because Legends of Tomorrow, their ending could have been like
the beginning of something else.
Well, they could have been like, hey, get on the ship right now. Something's happening. And when Barry goes back in time and causes this, like, the change, the time sonic boom that ripples out from his event, they have to get in the time ship and jump into time to escape it. But we're going to find out that Justice Society...
It's going to be Flashpoint. That's what they're going to do. Well, and they're going to go and it's going to be Oliver or it's going to be something's changed.
Robert Queen.
It's going to be something different over there.
Or Tommy. Tommy's alive.
Tommy!
Dun, dun, dun.
Or... I don't know. Maybe they'll get rights to Thomas Wayne.
That'd be cool. See, everyone keeps saying that. No. Why would you want that?
Because nobody else wants it. So
no, but the idea is
all they got to do
make it Oliver Queen. That makes sense because it's going to suck that we have to know that there were Waynes existing, but the only Bruce Wayne I'm getting is in that crappy show Gotham that's on Fox.
But no, like
shame on you.
Here's the thing. So like as long as in the CW world is that they keep hinting at things, they seem to get them. I mean, they got Katana, whatever. Katana, however I want to say this. They got Katana. They got basically everything from Legends of Tomorrow.
Well, the girl who plays Speedy, Thea Queen, she spoke out about it because they were developing their own Suicide Squad. And because of the movie, they cut it. Which they were going to cut Flash, but that'd be the dumbest mistake they could have made.
Because that's the end of the CW world. But no, like, I mean, if they keep hinting at things, they seem to get them. Yeah. So, like, maybe you bring in Thomas Wayne, we get a little TV Batman.
A little taste of Batman. I think he belongs in the TV
or realm. Maybe you get some of the villains. Like,
I think there actually is a crossover right now between Flash and Riddler. I really want Riddler on the Flash show.
I mean, maybe like if you bring Thomas into it, they drag because Martha's the Joker in that Flashpoint series, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
But we can't. So we could have Thomas Wayne, but we can't say Batman.
Yeah. Well, maybe not.
But
because it's not Bruce Wayne Batman.
But it doesn't matter. It's still Batman.
Hey.
Well, actually, what am I saying? They can use it. It's DC. They own all their characters. It's not Marvel.
It's just a matter of is it a case of they will let it cross or not. I think if you keep hinting at it, they let them do things and then they go and they say, hey, but we want to do this.
Yeah, but I think...
And it's worked for them so far. So.
I think it's just going to be a bad idea to bring Thomas Wayne. Keep it in what we have. Stay at home.
I think we were talking about Marvel.
Yeah, so let's jump back. Just the last thoughts. Like I said, I never read this. I haven't read the Captain America Steve Rogers, but I want to point out that the writer, Nick Spencer, is getting death threats on Twitter.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
This is kind of embarrassing to the point of... Or it's kind of the escalation. I mean, look at our political climate. Look how people react to everything that Trump or Bernie Sanders or Hillary does. Yeah. Like, we send out death threats. We make, racist remarks, and this is it.
And the thing about it is that
how fans react.
Like, more than likely, 98% of the times in comic books, this is some sort of stunt to get our attention and get people reading the comic book. He's probably being mind controlled, or he's some kind of robot, or something that's going on that Red Skull's doing in the background. Because Red Skull is actually pretty kind of menacing in this comic when you read through it. I was like, he's kind of scary.
He always is kind of scary.
Yeah,
is he wearing?
He's like politician Red Skull this time.
Oh, is he wearing a suit? Like he does not have a uniform.
Yep, he has a suit.
That's freaky. Yeah. I hate that.
So,
hate it.
Like Red Skull's pulling the strings or something in the background. There's something weird's happened. It actually, to me, like even though it was a big stunt, which a lot of these like times when the internet goes nuts about comic books, it's just a stunt. It was actually kind of interesting, and it made me want to read the next one.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
And it seems well written, and I like the art, like well written for a modern comic, you know, and I like the art. And again, this is another example, I think, where Marvel seems to be trying to like do something.
Yeah,
again.
well, because their comics have been lacking in substance.
Yeah, so like, regardless of your opinion of Captain America can't tail Hydra,
Captain Hydra,
like, or whatever the heck you're mad about, it's going to get reset at some point. Like, that's what it happens. It's
I'll give you the timeline. 9 months from now, it's going to get reset when Marvel does their next reboot.
I don't even know if it'll be that long.
The all-new, different Marvel Now eventually.
Yeah, because I think what'll happen is eventually eventually, my personal opinion, it'll cross eventually with this the Falcon version of Captain America, and he'll like bring him back or something. You know, like whatever's going to happen, it'll get reset. And it'll be fine. Like, quit sending people death threats. It's a freaking comic book.
Yeah.
Like, he's done this before, correct? There was like a point when Captain America back in the, like, a long, long time ago hailed Hydra. Not like hailed Hydra, but he did like the salute, you know? And people didn't like flip out. Like,
I don't know what to tell you. It's a comic book. It's a story.
Yeah.
It's like Kevin Smith says, we are in the second act. Comics are the second act.
Yep.
We won't have a third act or final act because that's the end of money, and we don't want to lose money. We've already had our first act, so we just have to keep thinking of stories until our sun, goes supernova, and we no longer exist, and we no longer have comics. And that was really dark and depressing.
The funny thing about this comic to me was when I was reading it, like at the end, spoiler, that's when this happens. And
dang it, Trav, is at the end?
To me, it was almost like Captain America was kind of like talking, and then he's like, they like cut away, and then they cut back to him, and he's just kind of standing there, he's just kind of like, Hail Hydra. It's like...
Or it's like the next issue picks up right at that panel, goes, is what I would say if I was a Hydra agent. Pow, for justice.
Like, it's not like he's like screaming or anything like that. It's just like, Hail Hydra. Like, that's the way I read it. That may not be the way it was intended to be read, but that's kind of how I read it.
It's okay. When this blew up, like I saw all the death threats yesterday, and I was on Monday, not yesterday, but Monday. I went through looking up Hail Hydra memes, and I found all these Donald Trump ones, and I just wanted to litter our Instagram feed with Hail Hydra Donald Trump pictures. But we got to move on, because as interesting this topic is, and as embarrassing as this topic is, making death threats to writers who are just as in love with the characters and the stories as we are, let's talk about Hasbro. You like Hasbro
or the toys?
Well, let's talk about the comics. They, as we all know, Hasbro is getting ready to start their cinematic universe. God help us. But we are also getting ready to start our comic book universe. And now we're having our first big Hasbro crossover comic event, which is going to be published by IDW.
Yeah.
I don't... It's not that I want to be mean about it, but I don't care.
He was getting ready to say I don't care, and he just said it after I did. But yeah, I mean, what books are getting pulled in? So they've got the Mask. Right.
Mask. We're gonna have
G.I.
Rom. Let's see. We're gonna have Action Man, Transformers, Micronauts, G.I. Joe,
Armored Strike. Oh, that's Mask.
Yeah, it's Mask.
Yep.
Let's
tap into that 80s nostalgia, people.
No, give me He-Man and Thundercats.
That's Mattel. Well,
I know. Well, the two of them. I'm saying, give me that.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be more fun. And I get it that this crossover idea would be fun. Keep it with G.I. Joe, Transformers, because those are actually really interesting.
Yeah.
But
I don't need Mask
this massive story is just a little bit too much for me. And I don't want to give it that time of day. So unless you want to keep talking about... I just thought it was
Micronauts. I think that'll be interesting.
I thought there's going to be a Micronauts movie.
Yeah, those are kind of cool toys.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We should do a Hasbro review where we just kind of...
TV shows? Like the cartoon? Or
let's bring in their toys,
compare them to the show.
And we'll pitch a show or a movie. We'll pitch a movie. Here's my figure. He's the main character. He's going to be voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I'm sure there's some sort of documentary out there about this, but I always am interested in how G.I. Joe went from 12-inch action figures to the TV show with the little 3-inch action figures. If that doesn't exist, can somebody please make it? Because I'd like to see that transition, because as a kid, I was always confused because I was a little bit late on this 3-inch G.I. Joes. but like the 12-inch ones kind of made a resurgence. And then like somebody told me like, hey, have you ever seen the little G.I. Joes? And I had a couple. Mm-hmm. I was like, wait, these are the same things? I'm so confused. So if you haven't done it, someone on the internet, do it.
Yeah.
Because I want to know. So you got one view, and probably this guy will watch it because I'll tell him to. But
yeah, that's what I do. I do what he tells me to do.
If you know of anything that already exists like that, send it over. I'll watch it.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to our favorite topic, and that is toy news. Like I said, this is really brief. We just got some Funko. We should really call it Funko news because that's all I really want to report on. Okay, so today in Funko news, it's obviously we know that there's the Suicide Squad Funko figures. We have the entire cast except for Slipknot. But we're
like the band.
No, not like the band. More like the guy. So
Funko. Slipknot pop figures. Come on, get that going. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. No. So let me just point something out real quick. So Slipknot is in the movie. We don't see him at the bar, I don't think. There's that scene where they're all at the bar. We don't see him, but there's one scene of him shooting a grappling hook and trying to swing away. At the same moment in that trailer, there's a voiceover that says, if you try to run away, you're dead. So I'm assuming that Slipknot, because he looks dumb, you're the first one to go. I guarantee he's the one who's like, I can get out. Like, have you seen Assault on Arkham, the animated movie?
Yep.
He's going to be KGB. So it's like, I'm not afraid. And his head's going to blow up.
Dead.
Yeah, dead. Anyway, but yeah, so look
Pop
forward
news.
Look forward to that. We will also be having we will be getting Dorbs. As you know, me and Travis were really not trying to get hooked on another type of toy, but for some reason the Dorbs have captured
his imagination.
Okay, mine. I just thought it would be cool if we said the two of us, but yes, they got my imagination, and we'll keep collecting, or I'm not trying to collect Dorbs.
You just buy the cool ones.
Yes, just the cool ones.
Which are all of them, apparently.
Yeah. But they're all happy. I like it.
So, yeah. So, there's Suicide Squad ones, right?
Yeah, we'll be getting, there's going to be 4. There's going to be Deadshot, Joker, Harley Quinn, and an Enchantress.
I wonder how well that line's doing.
Dorbs?
Yeah. Are they a cheaper price point, or are they about the same?
I think they're
like $8 probably? $9?
Yeah, but at the same time, you can find Funko toys for $8.
Yeah, so maybe they're about the same price. I don't know.
But no, it's exciting, and I know there are a bunch of different. They're going to be keychains, the Morpes. They're going to get some of them. Yeah. I think eventually we're going to get Wobblers, but
rock candy probably, like a Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn she'd kind of fit that line really well.
She would.
She might be a little over sexualized for that line, actually.
As we all know, I think they look like Bratz toys, and I did not like them.
They kind of do.
But now I have 2.
You did buy the Batgirl, didn't you?
Yeah, but I like the hipster Batgirl.
Yeah,
she's kind of cool.
Yeah, as far as non-Funko news in the toy realm. How many of you guys played the Ninja Turtle arcade game as a child?
Oh, me.
Have you ever wanted action figures based on that arcade game?
Oh my gosh, yes. No, never.
Oh my God, I played that game so much. I would love to have them. NECA has announced the next wave of their video game inspired line of figures at Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con. They will have 2 cases. They're going to be packs of 4.
Mm-hmm.
The one pack includes the 4 Ninja Turtles, and the other pack includes 3 foot soldiers and a shredder, based on the 80s, early 90s arcade game of the same title, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So the case also includes cool things like the throwing star, I believe it was the throwing stars and things like that the foot soldier use, the pizza box that used to get the extra life, and they feature paint inspired by the video game.
So you said the case. So this case has all of these figures in it.
So there's two cases. 4 have the turtles. The other one has 3 foot soldiers and a shredder.
Oh, okay.
The foot soldiers are the different colors that were in the game. So like blue, orange, and the purple.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I played this game like ridiculous amounts of hours when I was a kid. So I was super excited when I saw this because I had it on NES, right? So like the old school Nintendo. And I really wish in a way I could get my hands on these, but we can only assume that if NECA went through the trouble to get back in with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles license, that they didn't just sculpt these figures so they could have like the video game only. So these figures are like highly articulated and all that stuff like NECA figures usually are. And they're styled like the original cartoon series. So we've never seen a Shredder that looks like the original cartoon series, really. Like the Playmates Shredders have never really captured that look. We might have it with this one. It looks just like the one from the TV show.
That's cool.
So if they were able to negotiate the rights correctly, which I know Playmates is pretty protective of that, that their lock on that series. But if they were able to negotiate this correctly, hopefully it means that we're going to get accurate cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Shredder. That would be so sweet if we did.
That's groovy.
So hopefully this news is not just San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. If you were trying to pick those up, I believe all the pre-orders that could have occurred online have sold out by this point. But that would have been nice, so you wouldn't have had to like go fight for it at Comic-Con, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe they were like $45, $50.
Oh,
Nothing
that's
crazy.
not
They
expensive.
were like,
for
yeah, they
four.
were. They might have been more than that,
Oh,
but it
just bumming me out.
whatever the price was seemed pretty reasonable for a Comic-Con exclusive and for those figures. So, if you're a fan of that video game, this is a freaking sweet series.
Okay.
So
Well,
that's my contribution to toy news this week.
well, that's I not to look that up online because I want to. I'm kind of excited for that Shredder figure though.
Yeah, the Shredder's sweet. Like, I'm kind of sad that the Shredder's in the box with the 3 foot soldiers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to have all those foot soldiers in different colors,
Mm-hmm.
but that Shredder by himself is sweet. Like, I'd just like to get a hold of that and the 4 turtles myself, but
But they're gonna have foot soldiers.
I kind of hope if they're lucky, they can continue the line.
Mm-hmm.
They're like each level had a different boss. Like there's the Bebop Rocksteady, there's like the polar bear guy, there's the whatever the doctor's name is, that's the fly. Like, yeah. So there's like all the different villains like throughout that game. Maybe if they can continue the license, if it works, if we support it, people, that's what it takes. NECA is a big fan of if you support it, we'll make more of it.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully maybe if they can get the rights to it and all that kind of stuff. So if we support it, hopefully they'll make more.
Yeah. Well, this is a little off topic. If we want to jump over to porn news, have you seen the
what?
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle porno parody?
I have not.
Or have you heard of it?
No, I have not.
Oh my god!
Apparently, we hang in different circles.
Okay, we're not even gonna cover it. I'll tell you later. No, I just was like scrolling through comic book resources. Don't tell them my personal life. I was on comic book resource and I just happened to see not comic book resource. It was comicbook.com, and there was a article about it, and it's a 10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wonderful.
They have
title.
a theme song and everything. But for that, check out the Token Nerd After Show, which we do not have. Anyway, but thanks for watching this episode, the 20th episode of the Token Nerd Podcast.
20 episodes deep.
Yeah. As we used to say, it was 15 more than we thought we were going to make. But no, thanks for watching and listening if you're on Podbean.
Yeah, you finally
got it finally.
Or iTunes or Stitcher. You can find us in all 3 places at Podbean. At Token Nerd Podcast. You can find us at tokennerdpodcast.podbean.com. You can find us on YouTube here. You can always like and subscribe the videos so you keep up with our most up-to-date information. And you can always leave us a comment, tell us we're doing good, tell us we're doing bad. Or if you'd like to do it in a more private manner, just send it over to tokennerdpodcast@gmail.com. If it's a question, comment, or concern, we will read it on a future episode and answer you, so we won't leave you hanging. We're still waiting on that. 20 episodes deep. Still hasn't happened. Get on it, people.
Waiting.
You can always check us out on social media as well. Over on Facebook, it's just Token Nerd. If you happen to be on Instagram or Twitter, it's token_nerd. Always make sure to check out the Instagram for our latest contest where we give away things such as Funko Pop Dorbs, Funko Pop figures, Dorbs, or our original contest, which was the Marvel Collector Cores box, which was insane.
Stay tuned because our next
contest. Yeah, you can go
ahead.
say what you want to say.
No, this is a little different. This is a little this is a reach out. We had another contest in store, but we have our anime themed giveaway.
we have another giveaway that I didn't even know about. Look at that.
Yeah,
and we have other big things coming too. We may have a sponsor. We have a sponsor for our contest. So Keep a watch out for that.
Ben's giving me the eye. What do I not know?
Yeah, we've got a sponsor for some of our contests coming up. So make sure to keep looking at that Instagram for if you happen to like Funko Pops and Token Nerd, this is going to be a good one. So keep watching.
All right. Well, as always, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Travis.
Stay spicy, my friends.